Thank you so much for joining us for our 2020 Leading Lights Awards event. We are very excited to have you here today as we celebrate 4 outstanding children and their families for what they give to our community. One of the reasons that we're hosting our event this year as an afternoon movie for families is because of what's happening in our world. Typically, our Leading Lights event takes place in a big banquet hall with 350 attendees. But as you all know, we have had to remain flexible and to do things differently this year. And we thought, what a perfect time to honor those families for their commitment to our community, to giving hope, to showing us about resiliency and demonstrating it every day. And we couldn't be more grateful to them for opening their lives to us, and we couldn't be more grateful to you for being here to celebrate those contributions to our community. We would also like to thank our sponsors for making this evening possible, especially our platinum sponsors, Northwestern Mutual and Sprecher Brewing Company, and our silver sponsor, the Milwaukee Admirals. Tonight's first honoree is from our Birth to 3 program. Birth to 3 is a program that we hold in partnership with Milwaukee County. We work with children and families to ensure that the youngest in our community have access to therapies and service coordination. The children that we work with have either been diagnosed with a delay or a disability. And so having that early intervention is so critical to their ongoing success. At this time, I'd like to introduce Cheryl, one of our special education teachers.
Marquise and his family joined our Birth to 3 program in January of 2019. As Nicole and Marcus can tell you, parenting a child with different needs is hard work. It's physically exhausting, mentally and emotionally draining. Together, with the support of their family and older children, they have helped Marquise hit milestone after milestone. Today, Marquise is a happy little boy who can get around his environment by both walking and running. He seeks comfort from the people he knows well and trusts. He's using his words and gestures to communicate his wants and needs, especially if there are chips in the house. Marquise's family is a wonderful example of what great strides can be made with a little support in a loving family.
Our next award recipient is from our early childhood education program. St.Francis Children's Center has a nationally accredited and state licensed 5-star early education program. And all of our classrooms are inclusive, which means that children who have special needs are learning and playing side by side with children who are typically developing. Together, they're able to forge incredible friendships, to share learning experiences, and most importantly, to develop their brains through play. At this time, I would like to introduce Tundria, one of our teachers in the early education program.
I remember the first time that I met Hazel when she joined our classroom in the Early Childhood Education Center, and just thinking how she was such a sweet and happy little girl.
Working with Hazel also allowed me to see the strong family support system she has around her. They advocate, support, and never let any of Hazel's disabilities hold her back. Hazel's family is always in contact with our staff to make sure that they can maximize her learning and growth. I have seen her family advocate and spread awareness of Angelman syndrome whenever possible to the community around them. Hazel's family is an example of a strong, loving, and determined family and support system.
We are so appreciative for this award, and it's definitely, Angelman is part of the club that you didn't know that you really wanted to join, but now that you're here, it's an amazing place to be. And we appreciate every teacher that she's had. Tundria, Trey has been phenomenal. Sarah is no longer here, but Miss Sarah was phenomenal, and now Therese and Miss Marilyn, and we are so blessed that she is just absolutely adores both of those ladies, and we thank you guys so much.
Right now, we would like to present the next award to a family who is in our Family Activity Center programming. The Family Activity Center was started in 2016 as a way to help families reduce isolation and meet one another in a play-based program space. Since that time, we have evolved our programming to host playgroups for children and parents, to support siblings of children who have special needs, and to make sure that moms and dads and other family members always feel as though they have a place to go. At this time, I would like to introduce Cherie, who is the program coordinator for the Family Activity Center.
I first met Cody and his family several years ago when I first started coming to the FAC before I became the coordinator. And the amazing thing about Cody and his family is Cody has no limits. There is nothing that Cody believes is outside of his abilities. And that comes from having parents and extended family who believe in you, who see you, who know that your capabilities are not defined by a disability or a label that someone gives you in a doctor's office or in a therapist's office. But Cody knows these things because of how much his parents and his family have advocated for him. And that's why I wanted to nominate this family. The other great thing about Cody and his family is they share these opportunities that they learn about with other families. They're generous with the knowledge that they have. As a special needs parent myself, I know that it can be lonely, and I know that Tammy is a huge resource to so many people.
I feel like what we try to do for Cody is just what you would hope almost anybody would do, and we're just learning as we go. And we feel that we're just trying to find the best path for him, and so that we can move at, I guess, his ability, right, Cody? Aww.
It's all right.
But we're so grateful for St. Francis Children's Center and St. Francis Activity Center. He's been going here for, what is it, like 3 years now? 3.5 years at least.
And they were coming to our house before that.
Yeah, and before that he was in birth to 3, so he had the therapist would come to our house and work with Cody. And we're so grateful because not only the people that came to our homes, we would see them here as well. And then when Cody aged out of birth to 3, we were able to come here and play and do family events and networking things and informational events. And Cody loves it here. Right now he's trying to just get to the toys.
Our next recipient is from our Children's Long-Term Support Program. CLTS is a program that we run in partnership with Milwaukee County. It's for children up to age 22 who need ongoing support in order to stay independent within their home environment. We serve roughly 350 children every year, and our service coordinators come right into each family's home to ensure that every child has the resources that they need to be successful. At this time, I would like to introduce one of our service coordinators, Nora.
I first met Travell and his family in July of last year. Travell, who was diagnosed with autism, would be my first pick for a class partner. We were in the same grade. Travell's interest in and extensive knowledge of various topics is something I come to cherish, as he has taught me all I need to know about the circulatory system, anatomy, and how to create and maintain your own YouTube channel, all at 10 years of age. I have seen how Travell has relied on his passions to help him navigate an ever-changing world in the time of COVID-19. I have witnessed how Travell's parents, Tanisha and John, are constant advocates for his needs and progress. The family's drive, community presence, and their vision for a world in which all children are celebrated serves as an example to all. Tanisha and John, your underlying support for your son is love in action. Travell, your future has been made bright by your own resilience, enthusiasm, and passion, and through the unstoppable determination of your amazing parents.
I'm just so appreciative that we getting acknowledged for something that we find routine. You know, we love our son. We want what's best for him. And why not give him the best opportunities we can, you know? So for us, it's routine. But if we making a difference, then that's just like icing on the cake for us. You know, we thank you guys for the acknowledgement. I love my family. And we gonna continue doing what's best for Travail, and hopefully that'll continue to inspire others to do better for their kids.
We really appreciate Nora giving us this nominee for this award. We were not expecting this. This came as a surprise to us when we work hard and we try to do what's best as parents. We just want everybody that has autistic children to be able to find their niche with their child and know that you guys are the best advocate for your child. You know what you can do to help your children. And if you just believe in yourself and just have all the positivity in the world, anything can happen. And thank you again, Nora.
Thank you,
We
Nora.
appreciate you so much.
Tonight's event supports all of the programs at St. Francis Children's Center. We are so grateful for your help and for helping to provide life-changing programming for so many children in the Milwaukee area. Thank you again for being here, and now please sit back and enjoy today's movie.